This is ABC 7 News at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Peter Dubois.
And I'm Beth Jones. Today, the commission investigating the October 25th Lewiston mass shooting heard testimony from the Maine State Police about the challenges they faced as they responded that night.
Our Augusta reporter Corey Bouchard joins us live now with the latest. Good evening, Corey.
Good evening, Beth and Peter. That's right. I'm here outside of the Deering building in Augusta, where today several officers, including the top brass at Maine State Police, answered questions for the commission members about their actions during the mass shooting and the subsequent manhunt for Robert Card.
The answers to these questions are important for the citizens of Maine, the Lewiston community, victims, survivors, and their families.
For 8 hours, Maine State Police recounted their involvement in the response to the Lewiston mass shooting, documenting their actions and how events unfolded, including when they learned that Lisbon police located Robert Card's vehicle at the boat launch. Police initially waited before approaching the vehicle because they didn't know if Card was inside the vehicle or planning an ambush.
I know that my decision and my request to have those officers not approach that car was not a popular one. Knowing what I know today, I would make that same decision.
Officers say they were able to clear and secure Card's vehicle by busting out the windows. Card was not inside the vehicle, and their attention turned to the 2 walking trails near the boat launch. According to Lieutenant Tyler Stevenson of the Maine State Police Tactical Team, their current canines did not have the ability to complete a search for Card.
This tracking situation that we faced here, we need something specific for that. And we've identified that, and we're in the process of obtaining, this is coming real soon, a single-purpose tracking bloodhound.
Police also spoke about their search of the Maine Recycling Center in Lisbon on October 26, the same location that Card's body was found the next day, in an overflow lot on the property. Questions had arisen in the immediate aftermath as to why the lot wasn't searched sooner and how that contributed to the extended shelter-in-place order.
Would you have considered the search done without checking the overflow lot, had you known about the overflow lot on the 26th?
Had we known that that overflow lot was associated with the information that drove us there on the 26th, we would have included that in the search.
I figured that, and I know that, so okay, that's fine, thank you.
And now one of the new pieces of information that was released today was that on Robert Card's person, there was over 200 rounds of ammunition that was found, both for the handgun that he shot himself with and also a rifle that was found underneath his body. Now, Commission Chair Dan Wathen says they'll be scheduling several more hearings in the future, including where they'll hear from the Army on March 7th. Now, they are also going to be releasing an initial report on April 1st. They say that it's going to have some information that's of particular interest to the governor and lawmakers. Now, reporting live in Augusta, I'm Corey Bouchard for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, this afternoon, members of the Maine National Guard presented a report to the Committee for Veterans and Legal Affairs on the Guard's handling of sexual assault and harassment. Our Grace Blanchard was at the State House and has the details.
Maine National Guard Adjutant General Diane Dunn briefed members of the Veterans and Legal Affairs Committee on a report addressing the Guard's efforts to improve the handling of sexual assault and harassment cases.
It's our goal that all service members live by the warrior ethos with a full understanding that harmful behaviors will not be tolerated.
The report highlights an integrated primary prevention program that takes a more proactive approach to decreasing incidences of violence within the force. This comes after committee members previously raised concerns.
It was looking through reports that hadn't been followed up on in our committee, and I had noticed that the committee, the last time they had worked on this issue, was close to almost like a decade prior.
Representative Morgan Riley has been a strong advocate in addressing this issue since he was elected. He believes the next step is securing funding for a military liaison position that would create a bridge of communication between the Guard and community-based services.
Addressing sexual assault and harassment, it should be utmost importance for this committee and for the legislature.
Members of the Maine Coalition Against Sexual Assault say there's a strong need for that position.
There's not any single person sort of linking and making sure that there's communication and connection between the Guard and the community-based services to make sure that a Guard member who comes forward is getting everything they need in the Guard and everything they need on the community side.
The National Guard says they are committed to collecting and reviewing more data to better understand the scope of issues surrounding sexual assault for their members.
And we will strive every day to prevent it, to hold perpetrators accountable, and to support and deliver justice to our survivors.
In Augusta, Grace Blanchard for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
The Penobscot County Sheriff's Office is looking for help finding two people they say are connected to a shooting. Just after 11:30 last night, deputies were called to a home on the Ghost Road in Springfield for a report of a man who'd been shot. A statement from the Sheriff's Office says it's believed 45-year-old Matthew Van Dyne of Molunkus was involved with the shooting. Witnesses told deputies Van Dyne fled the residence in an unknown vehicle with 32-year-old Noel Wilson. The statement says Van Dyne is still believed to be armed. He was wearing black sweatpants, a hooded sweatshirt, and half mask at the time of the incident. If you have any information on the whereabouts of either person, you're asked to call the Penobscot County Regional Communications Center. That number is 945-4636.
The Lincoln Police Department released an update on a trio of male suspects that are being sought for recent thefts at Walmart locations spanning 6 East Coast states, including here in Maine. The individuals have been identified as 20-year-old Jesse Evans from Holly, Michigan, 21-year-old Danny Gibson Jr. from Davidson, Michigan, and 19-year-old Marquand Harrelson from Flint, Michigan. Investigators discovered the 3 suspects were arrested following multiple thefts at Walmarts in Davenport, Iowa, and positive IDs were obtained after jail inmate records in Iowa were then cross-referenced with images provided by the Lincoln and Augusta Walmarts here in Maine. A warrant request has been prepared in order to get the alleged thieves extradited back to Maine to answer to the charges here.
Senator Angus King has joined a group of his colleagues to urge the Department of Education to address FAFSA rollout issues. The FAFSA, or Free Application for Federal Student Aid, helps millions of students across the country access financial aid to further their education. The Department of Education has rolled out a new application process meant to be more efficient. However, the changes are causing college offers to be delayed by almost 2 months, creating concerns that students and families could be left out entirely. In the letter, King and his colleagues wrote, quote, "Any delays in financial aid processing will impact the students that need aid the most, including many students of color, students from mixed status families, students from rural backgrounds, students experiencing homelessness or in foster care, and students from underserved communities. For institutions to support students' ability to make informed decisions about their futures, they need clear guidance and resources from the department immediately on any and all next steps." End quote.
Well, since 2022, the Belfast Community Co-op's Common Sense program has raised over $130,000 thanks to customers rounding up their grocery purchases at checkout. Each month, the co-op selects a local nonprofit to donate that money to. Last month, they awarded $4,600 to the nonprofit Finding Our Voices. Our Doug Banks has the story.
When a cashier asks,
"And would you like to round up today?"
those few cents may not seem like much, but for Belfast Community Co-op, it means everything.
It's been more than a decade running the program, and we've been seeing it grow by leaps and bounds every year.
According to the co-op, those nickels and dimes add up considerably, and 100% of those proceeds go to local nonprofits.
Every year, the owners nominate and vote for local organizations that they want to support. And last year, they voted for Finding Our Voices, and we randomly assigned them a month, and they got January.
On February 6th, the grassroots nonprofit Finding Our Voices received a $4,600 check.
Well, it was great because it was this huge check. They have it blown up for a presentation. And so I could see them with that. And I was like, that's for us.
One of the many things Finding Our Voices does is offer support services to domestic violence survivors.
This Get Out, Stay Out fund, it pays for short-term shelter, car, legal, home security, food costs for women who are fleeing domestic violence.
The donations also help empower survivors to find their voice.
There's so much work to do, so it just makes us feel really good when there's people out there that recognize that what we're doing is important.
In Belfast, Doug Banks, ABC 7 in Fox 22 News.
Wow, just astounding to hear how much money they're able to raise through that, and just you couldn't find a more worthy organization. But it's great to see them spreading the wealth too.
Yeah, you love to see Maine businesses taking the time to give back to their community and thinking about others as well.
Yeah.
Alrighty, folks. Well, let's go ahead and hit pause here. We'll take a peek outside and get a first check of our forecast.
Thank you so much, Beth and Peter, and it feels like spring, right? Not quite, but down south, look at this. Warm temperatures all over the area, 60s in Nashville. You want to go down there, right? Not quite as warm up here. We did see the Midwest into the 40s. Chicago, once again, mild temperatures and a pretty good snowmaker in Minneapolis. Same story in Wisconsin. For us, though, warmer temperatures above freezing, of course, and we are melting some snow away. Even though we're very, very limited on the snow here in town, got to go up north to tap into some heavier snowfall totals. Now, high temperatures earlier today, right by the coast. We got Machias, Bar Harbor, right down into Rockland, mid to upper 30s here in town, of course, mid 30s outside, and then with that thicker snowpack, look at that, below freezing temperatures, even some mid 20s in Greenville area with a pretty thick snowpack, but more snow is on the way. Look at this. Toronto getting in on some moderate snow at the moment. Overnight tonight, though, that's when that snow is going to be hitting around 1 to 2 a.m. And get ready, temperatures will be below freezing. Beth and Peter?
All righty, Conrad, thank you. And still to come on ABC 7 News at 6, we'll have the latest from the investigation into that mass shooting at the Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl parade.
That story and much more as ABC 7 News at 6 continues.
Comfy, cozy, relaxing. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find rockers, recliners, sofas, and easy chairs. Quality furniture, affordable prices. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
Hello, fellow flyers. I'm the Savvy Traveler, here to share the secrets of convenience at Bangor International Airport. Parking, you're steps away from the terminal. Inside, even more conveniences. And friendly, efficient security. All of these make BGR the official airport of you. Remember, the savvy travel through Bangor International Airport. Flybangor.com.
It's high school basketball season, and ABC 7 and Fox 22 are here to keep you up to date with your local scores and highlights during Friday Night Fast Break. Get out and support your hometown teams and look for our sports crew to get your own free Friday Night Fast Break t-shirt courtesy of
Coastal Auto Parts, Colburn Shoe Store, Front Street Shipyard, Gifford Electric, Griffin's The Other Place, and Up in Smoke Fireworks.
Gun Sports and Brewer knows that for fun, exercise, and meeting new friends, nothing is better than ice skating. Whether it's sailing down the ice, making a great pass, and scoring in a game of hockey, or the grace, strength, and expression of figure skating. From the youngest child all the way to adulthood, anyone can enjoy the fun of skating. At Gun Sports, we supply the equipment for your skating fun for great prices, the proper fit, and service after the sale. Shop your locally owned Gun Sports shop, Greenpoint Road in Brewer.
Durable, sturdy, stylish. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find solid wood, built to last, made in Maine dressers, bureaus, and nightstands. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
ABC 7, honored to be named Maine's television station of the year.
Welcome back. We're learning more about the investigation into that deadly shooting at the Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl parade that left one person dead and 22 injured. Here's ABC's Morgan Norwood with the latest details.
A celebration in Kansas City turning into chaos. An investigation now underway after gunfire erupted as the Chiefs and their fans gathered to celebrate their Super Bowl victory. More than 850 members of law enforcement were present, police snipers scanning the crowd from the rooftops.
Preliminary investigative findings have shown there was no nexus to terrorism or homegrown violent extremism. This appeared to be a dispute between several people that ended in gunfire.
Paul Contreras and Trey Filter seen in this video taking down a man believed to be a suspect. as he attempted to run from the scene.
I didn't hesitate. It was just do it. So I went to go tackle him, and another gentleman did the same thing.
I heard that get him. I saw a flash next to me. I jumped and remember thinking, I hope this is the food they were talking about.
Several first responders were within 40 feet of where the shooting took place.
These members did not run for cover, but stayed on scene to treat and triage the injured. I am very grateful and proud of the service of these crews that worked this terrible incident.
Officials say one person was killed, 43-year-old Elizabeth Galvin, a local radio host and mother of two.
To her friends and family, we are with you, and we are working tirelessly to investigate her murder.
22 others were wounded, and at least half of the victims under the age of 16.
Out of all of the children we have treated, we only have 3 left in the hospital, all of which who will recover from the injuries they had yesterday.
And police also say they found multiple weapons here at the scene. I'm Morgan Norwood, ABC News, Kansas City.
And still to come on ABC 7 News at 6, Matthew Jurancic shows us how Hancock Grammar School is highlighting the kindness of students.
And in sports, it's that time of year again. The main basketball tournament starts tomorrow. We'll take a look at our brackets coming up.
Your financial goals may appear to be all about savings and investing, but in reality, it's about much more. Your life, your family, and your legacy.
Plan your future with Warren Financial.
The Furniture Gallery's President's Day celebration is on. Your choice of 3 colors, this Ashley recliner just $2.99. Host dinners in style with a new 5-piece dining set, only $3.99. Get comfortable with a new sofa starting at $4.49. Or upgrade to a spacious sofa chaise for just $5.99. All full-price Ashley bedroom furniture still 10% off. And save up to 70% off clearance items. Hurry in while it lasts and save big. Shop local, save money at the Furniture Gallery in Augusta, Bangor, Newport, and North Windham.
Winter's still hanging around, so it's the perfect time for Ford's all-wheel drive sales event. Take your pick from our award-winning lineup of SUVs, from the versatile Ford Escape to the exciting Ford Bronco family with GOAT modes to handle any surface, to Explorer, America's all-time best-selling SUV. These models are in stock, but hurry in for the best selection. The Ford all-wheel drive sales event happening now at your New England Ford dealers. Now get 0% APR for 60 months plus $1,000 cash on 2023 Ford Escape and Bronco Sport.
Good luck, Nokomis, and to all area teams from Comfort Shoes and more. 19 Moosehead Trail, Newport, across from Irving's. Best of luck, Nokomis boys and all area teams in the tournament from Four Seasons Floral, Newport. Good luck to the Nokomis Warriors boys from the Farmer's Table in Corinna for breakfast, lunches, dinners, and desserts made from farm fresh ingredients.
Your financial goals may appear to be all about savings and investing, but in reality, it's about much more. Your life, your family, and your legacy.
Plan your future with Warren Financial.
Tonight's Sports is brought to you by Engstrom's Auto Service in Guilford. We specialize in all foreign and domestic service and alignments.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. It is tourney time officially. All of our prelims are now wrapped up for the 2024 Maine High School Basketball Tournament, the moment we've all been waiting for. Now it's time for our bracket reveal. Let's check it out. In AA girls, Bangor gets the 3 seed. They host their quarterfinal matchup tomorrow, looking to meet Oxford Hills in the semis. They won at Lewiston and Edward. Cheverus is there already. Lewiston and Edward Little play tomorrow as well. In AA boys, the Rams are the 7 seed in the boys bracket. They travel to Cheverus tomorrow. Edward Little and Portland, the 6 and 3, they played tonight. So does Oxford Hills and Lewiston. In A girls, Lawrence and Hamden, the top 2 seeds, playing Mount Blue and Gardner. Brewer battles Coney and Skowhegan and Camden Hills. Brewer battles Coney, Skowhegan, and Camden Hills are the 5-4. For Class A boys, Hamden Academy has your top seed. They'll play Skowhegan. The winner gets the winner of Nokomis and Camden Hills. Mount Blue and Lawrence will play in the quarters, and they will meet the winner of Messalonsky and Coney. Ellsworth girls on top of Class B girls with an 18-0 season. They play Presque Isle. Winner there gets the victor of Caribou and Belfast. Old Town plays MCI in the quarters for the chance to advance. Play the winner of MDI and Maranacook. Halfway there now, Class C girls, or Class B North boys will go back there. Class C girls, actually. Dexter and Mount View battle, as does Machias and Mattanochcook. There's the quick Class B boys bracket. Ellsworth also at the top there. Mattanochcook and Machias do battle in that 4-5 matchup. Those winners will play each other. Penobscot Valley and Hodgdon are our 3-6, and then Fort Kent and Bucksport at the bottom of there. Calais is the top seed in the boys bracket again. They will meet PCHS. Winner there meets either Machias or Hodgdon. For Fairfield, they draw Dexter in the quarters. Two-seeded Fort Kent plays Mount View. Finally, in Class D, Southern Aroostook on top of the girls. They play Dare Isle Stonington. Jonesport Beals and Skank get the winner of that. Wisdom faces Bangor Christian in the quarters. Central Aroostook and Katahdin round out that region. Lastly, Class D boys unbeaten Skank, top seed playing Wisdom. Katahdin and Easton should be a good 4-5 matchup. The winner of Southern Aroostook and Jonesport Beals advances to the semis to play the winner of Bangor Christian and Stearns. Good luck to everybody as we converge on Portland, Augusta, and Bangor for about 10 days. Let's move on to the University of Maine now. 3 Maine athletes have signed unique name, image, and likeness agreements with U.S. Cellular recently. Maine women's soccer player Sophia Santa Maria, women's basketball's Adriana Smith, and then men's hockey captain David Brazil have each reached NIL deals with the company for their official sponsor of Timeouts campaign. The 3 Black Bears are 3 of 23 athletes across 8 universities with this opportunity, and next Sunday, February 25th, Brazil will be at the U.S. Cellular store in Bangor on Stillwater for a meet and greet and autographs.
It was really cool. You know, U.S. Cellular is it's a big company here in Maine, and it was exciting to get to work with them and see the other student athletes here on campus also get to work with them. And their whole plan moving forward is just about like staying off your phone, being in the present moment, engaging with the people around you at sporting events or various things, at dinner, stuff like that. So it's cool that I get to represent that. I'm honored to get to work with them, and it's an exciting process.
All right, sounds like fun there. That is all the time we have for sports. Here's Conrad Sapinski with your full 5-day forecast. Conrad?
Thank you so much, Tyler, and get ready for this. Our time has come. More snow is on the way. For now, though, look at this. Up into Canada, stretching down into upstate New York. PA getting in on a little bit of snow shower action once again. They saw some pretty heavy snowfall totals just a couple of days ago. Same story in New York City. Remember that 2-year drought in New York City? Long gone. They've seen a good amount of snow this season so far. Now, the snow will be moving in very, very soon. We're looking at around 1 to 3 a.m. time frame. It's going to be widespread all over the state. Of course, moving in from west to east, and then things will really intensify. Nothing heavy, though. We're looking at more light to moderate snow in some spots, mainly by the coast and south, north of Portland, south of our area. So that does look like it's going to be that more of a sweet spot for this little clipper system moving on in. And then, of course, not going to be here for long. It does move out very, very early into the afternoon hours on Friday. But let me tell you this was an overachiever in Minneapolis, in Wisconsin. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's some higher totals than what the models are saying. Of course, we look at that as meteorologists, and I would not be surprised if snowfall totals come in at around 4 inches in some spots. For now, though, we are thinking at around 1 to 3 all over the region. Like I said, some isolated spots will see a little bit more than that. Now, the winds are pretty light, anywhere between 5 to 10 miles per hour. A couple of spots do have some more breezier winds. Check this out. Millinocket area is at 12 miles per hour. Of course, this is sustained wind. Wind gusts are closer to 20 miles per hour. Then winds are going to go a little bit more calm overnight, and then once again, they're going to get ramped back up, gusts to near 25 miles per hour by early tomorrow afternoon. So you definitely want to put on your layers, your hats, and of course, don't forget those shovels with that snow moving on in. Now, temperature-wise, though, a little bit below average, right? And then back to above average. We're used to that this winter. Mid-30s will be back by Wednesday, and our outlook does show above average temperatures once again rolling in, mainly for the center part of the country, but that does include our region here in Maine. Now, for tonight, though, folks, please slow down and, of course, bundle up. It's going to be cold, and some snow is on the way. In general, though, 1 to 3 inches, that's what we're expecting. A north wind at around 5 to 15 miles per hour. For tomorrow, though, temperatures still staying below freezing. So, of course, roads, sidewalks, everything is going to be snow covered. Please slow down, leave a little bit extra early, and leave just extra space when you are driving behind a vehicle. Morning snow showers, though, and then some decreasing clouds, but these winds will not be decreasing at all. Northwest winds gusting to around 25 miles an hour. Of course, that feels like temperature will be close to 15 degrees. Our extended forecast outlook does show much better conditions. It's still going to stay cold over the weekend, but at least we are dry, and 30s making a comeback starting Monday.
All right.
All right, we'll be right back after the break. Stay with us.
You're stepping inside from a romp in the snow with the kids. Time to take the chill off with a cup of hot chocolate and a push of a button on a Fujitsu heat pump from Valley Home Services. Skip the worry of heating bills and call or visit valleymaine.com today to start saving.
It's high school basketball season, and ABC 7 and Fox 22 are here to keep you up to date with your local scores and highlights during Friday Night Fast Break. Get out and support your hometown teams and look for our sports crew to get your own free Friday Night Fast Break t-shirt courtesy of
Carroll Drugstore, Coastal Auto Parts, Mount Desert Spring Water, Ray Plumbing and Heating, The Family Dog, and Tony Murray's Fairway Auto Sales.
At Fisher Investments, we may look like other money managers, but we're different.
You can't be that different.
We are. We have a team of specialists not only in investing, but also in financial and estate planning and more.
Your clients rely on you for all that?
Yes, and as a fiduciary, we always put their interests first.
But you still sell commission-based products, right?
No, we have a simple management fee structured so we do better when our clients do better.
Huh, we're more different than I thought.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different.
Whether you can pinpoint the problem or can't quite put your finger on it, the friendly professionals from Coastal Auto Parts can help point you in the right direction. With Maine's largest network of parts, you can trust your vehicle will have what it needs to get you to the moments that matter most. Because Napa knows the keys to a winning team. And with 29 locations in Maine, Coastal Auto Parts helps keep our communities running. Team up together with the fuel that keeps us firing on all cylinders. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
The new Efficiency Maine heat pump rebates are here, and they're huge. Based on income, save from $4,000 to $11,100. And when combined with the new tax credits, the savings are bigger than ever, and Valley gives you your rebate instantly. Call Valley Home Services now for your new Fujitsu heat pump.
Tonight, in honor of Random Acts of Kindness Week, Hancock Grammar School is showing their kindness in a fun but practical way. Here's Matthew Juroncic.
Random acts of kindness come in all shapes and sizes, whether it's paying for someone's cup of coffee or giving up your seat on the bus. At Hancock Grammar School, students are being rewarded for their acts of kindness all week long.
Anytime an act of kindness is witnessed, just like this, a link is put onto the chain. The students say they love performing acts of kindness.
I like helping people, and I love to help people pick up stuff. They make me feel happy, and it glows my heart by 10 times.
School clinician Vanessa Kellis pitched the idea of celebrating Kindness Week with the goal of helping students understand the impact that a good deed can have on others.
It's easy to say, oh, he did this, but it's harder to say, oh my gosh, so-and-so helped so-and-so, you know, and I think that was really the idea behind this week.
Principal Adam Gray says this week has been engaging and educational.
It's a good way to say to the kids that school can be fun, but also reinforcing the idea that if we're nicer to one another, we'll get farther in the end.
And students say they'll be carrying the lessons they learned this week well into the future.
You shouldn't be mean to people because you don't know what they're going to be like to you after you do that to them.
You should always be nice to people, even if you don't like them. You should be kind and be respectful to other people.
In Hancock, Matthew Juronczyk, ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
All right, folks, we're going to end on that positive note. Good night.
Good night, everyone.